web store, you can make all your purchases from the comfort of your home. It's so simple, easy to log in and navigate. Safe and secure transactions and a quick checkout. All your grocery needs at your fingertips. Convenient and reliable. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Well, we see from since the last time you here and thing happened, how things go with you and Doc, man?
What do you think? I get through. Watch.
Backyard.
We papa.
Backyard.
Check them, all of them are money and them, real money. Don't watch Doc so.
Yeah. You're nice.
So what, Doc moving? I know you all in.
No. Doc not moving, but you know what? I want any of me did starting to catch up with me, you know. Like some kind of retribution, because I find like every morning I get up and see some strange spot. You want your neck. Yes. You want there. You want here. You want like in places where you're not supposed to have no mark. And I see mark. And he do nothing.
Listen, that is a legal. Legal what's talking you. Reece, legal what's talking you.
Let me ask you a question. You don't see anybody around your yard early in the morning when you wake up?
Yes.
And
it's my neighbor. That to be my neighbor.
That is illegal. That's illegal. Get a bag of salt, sprinkle around the house. You're catching that.
He contains salt until next year. All they just don't talk. Don't say a word.
Well, you can't talk because once they talk, they'll disappear. Join us this Friday on We Culture, and we go tell you about Ligaroo. Well, scholars know about Open Door, but we might even tell you about Sukuya, and we're going to tell Reece how to hold that Ligaroo. This Friday on We Culture.
Adi.
Finally greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maple.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to We Culture. It is Friday evening, the new norm, and the team is here, and I guess everybody is all anxious, excited. My phone has been going all day with all sorts of stories and experiences and all of the sort. So, Reece?
Yes.
What are you looking friends up? Why are you looking like your friends up?
Want to get out?
Something make you friend?
Tell me if I gotta look at that jobless.
No, I find you looking friend. You have this kind of friend look at your face. You look like something make you friend, man.
No, if I gotta look at that jobless. No, you want to tell me.
No, at all. I find you looking friend.
I was looking for a picture of a ball of fire, so I could put up as my on-screen photo. I feel like me and Sukunya tonight, especially since I hear Sukunya females.
I find scholar pulled down, man. Scholar, how your neck looking thin, so I'm do. You losing
Yeah,
blood
we
or
need to
something?
say good evening to people. We need to say good evening.
You losing blood? No, we go say good evening just now to make sure everybody alright.
You got to cover me neck, boy.
You neck
That's
looking,
what it was so.
you neck looking small. Doc, what going on?
I don't cover that neck.
I go and look for Doc. Listen, I go by the stadium and look for Doc today. I ain't see me, you know. I start driving up Guaba when I reach my Mount Moise. I say, you know what? That Doc business, man. Me no bother with Doc. I don't want to meet up with Doc. When Doc want to go.
What are on the western side and further up have nothing to do with you. Stay on Eastern Law.
Guys, good night and welcome again. It's Week Culture. We welcome all our viewers on GBN Television 711, our listeners on K105, our Facebook fans, the YouTube channel, and of course, it's such a pleasure to be back. And I know folks are get up. I know they have a lot of stories to tell. So, guys, we're talking about Ligaroo tonight. And I don't want us to confuse, you know, because there are a lot of things that are similar, but they're different. Because Reece mentioned Laja Bless and Sukuya Ole. Now, that's a different thing.
No, really expert?
Maybe they have, maybe there are certain things about them that's similar in their actions, but they're different. There are specifics that differentiate them. You understand? So Laja Bless is a different. So we will get to Laja Bless next week, but we're talking about Ligaroo tonight. And guys, I have a feeling, I have a very good feeling that Ligaroo will call us on the program tonight. You see, no, we had to do things. Let me tell you something. When we're doing things here, we had to do things and make sure, you know, everything is in order. So I have a feeling.
It is authentic.
No, definitely, man. I have a feeling Ligaroo going to call us tonight and explain to us how the thing does work, because I'm sure you guys get different stories as to how it works. I got one. I got two stories actually. How the Ligaroo thing does work. But I guess probably depending on which area you're in, like everything else, people have their different methods of doing their little thing. So let me start with Finley, because I hear he have a Ligaroo that living close to Finley. Finley, what going on up there?
Good night, Godfrey. Good night to all our viewers, all our listeners, wherever you are. Welcome. You see how me Ligaroo
shot.
Ligaroo shot. I pull that one from the old camphor. Right. That is when we used to fight Ligaroo. That's how I fight in Ligaroo shot.
Yeah, black is definitely.
I know you have to fight Ligaroo with. The truth is that, Godfrey, I don't know about what you're saying there. It seems as though you want to put me in trouble. But I believe that with the advent of HIV, I don't know, but I believe that Ligaroo maybe had a Ligaroo convention with the advent of HIV, and Ligaroo maybe pass a motion and decide by that no good for we health.
No, but actually, you talk about the convention.
Huh?
You talk about the convention, but you know about the ILAF, right?
Well, what are the abbreviation mean again?
That is the International Ligaroo Force. So, this is serious, you know. Let me tell you all something. Now, this is very serious business, and this is no laughing matter. There is you see, it's a covert organization, so you don't hear much about it. You understand?
Anybody that have membership?
You can be a member.
Anybody that have membership?
Yes.
Scholar, you don't realize Godfrey talking with authority on that one?
Well,
Mr. Man,
this kind of topic,
that's one on all.
This topic, Godfrey talking with authority. You know? I mean, I don't know if you realize that. So Godfrey even know for a fact that Ligaroo on a heel by me, right?
Both of one feather must flock together.
I never say you have a Ligaroo on a heel. You are in the hill. I say I hear you have a Ligaroo by you. You now put in the heel. So you have a Ligaroo on the heel by you.
But Godfrey scholar research. Ligaroo was on a hill.
Godfrey is on a hill or living.
You live on a hill?
Yeah,
or below the hill?
Let me say, I live on a glade. but I am really looking forward to this because and I would like to, because the truth is that Ligaroo to me is kind of like folklorish. I've heard about Ligaroo when I was growing up. I can't tell you for certainty that I've ever seen a Ligaroo, that I've ever had a Ligaroo experience, but I've heard people speak about Ligaroo experience. I don't know if it's myth, I don't know if it's a mind. You know, sometimes people will speak about lying down in the night and they didn't sleep and wake and you can't move, like something tie you down. And the truth is that I believe it's nightmare thing. So but people find ways to explain all kind of things that happen to them. And the truth is that when you have this kind of mark as Reece had around by his neck, it's hard to explain normally. It's very difficult to explain. And so we in an effort to explain that, I mean, Ligaroo taking the blame for it. Actually,
no, well, I mean, no, but look, I could probably attempt to say, well, probably Reece get a hickey, but then, why would you get a hickey on your leg, on your back?
Exactly. And wouldn't I remember?
Well, not necessarily. But anyway, let me tell you.
Okay. What's the thing? What is the abbreviation?
ILF.
Okay, ILF export. Go ahead, tell me.
Anyway, Doc, let me bring in Doc here because I'm sure Doc know he have Ligaroo. Doc, you know he have Ligaroo, and I know you know a two Ligaroo.
I'm looking at one with a headphone and you're right up.
Don't try that. I'll never fly in.
Listen, I am convinced that of all our mythology, Grenadians, about maybe 60% of Grenadians believe that they have Ligaroo. And speaking to a large population, well, I wouldn't say a large population, but a good number of persons confess ever so often of having a Ligaroo experience. So I believe it exists, or a large population of the Grenadian people believe it exists, and there are a lot of things that happen that we just cannot explain, as Carla was alluding to. So that is one. Going back to the roots, when they say Ligaroo, they say the meaning of that is werewolf. I think maybe werewolf in some other place, but I think in a Grenadian context, that one does not add up at all. So for us, Ligaroo is a man with a suck blood, and Ligaroo is mainly involved in women. The counterpart is the Sukuya. I think later I have a tale about a Sukuya.
All you hear authority? All you hear authority? Yeah, blame me. All you hear authority?
I don't know about the ILAF. I brand new.
We're not talking Sukuya, we're talking Ligaroo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know we could talk Ligaroo without talking. I don't know we could talk Ligaroo without talking Sukuya.
Sukuya is woman Ligaroo.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm getting at.
Remember.
And then who does a Ligaroo? Who does a Ligaroo? What gender does a Ligaroo suck?
Female.
So the Ligaroo is male and it sucks on females.
Yes.
And the Sukuya is a female and sucks on males.
Yes.
I don't know.
About the new and improved Ligaroo and Sukuya.
Sukuya sucking everybody.
Fine.
So, well, we will come to Sukuya, but I think with Ligaroo, Godfrey, when Scholar mentioned earlier on about the heel, they usually need they need a height to start. Ligaroo doesn't start from generally. From all what I've heard is you see that ball of fire evolving from a hill or from a forest, but it has to be on a hillside. And where I am living presently, there are tales of there is a tale of this person that used to occupy here before at a small house on my Ligaroo, and they say that man used to take flight and head down to Kanhook. So,
but that's a fact. Everybody in Tivoli know that.
And
yeah.
Oh, yes. Godfrey know best. Scholar no question the man on that. And then Godfrey, I won't call them earlier today. A better lady. She was supposed to be the female partner of that Ligaroo. I mean, they are a couple of children together. So I say, we're talking about Ligaroo tonight. Say yes, Livingston. Yes, I know. I say, well, you spend more than 30 years with a Ligaroo. So help me. She said, I ain't going there with you now. I ain't going there with you. I don't know what you're talking about. And the story ends. But I've heard other, as we go along with talk, I've heard of other tales. And for a matter of fact, somebody that is very, very prominent in society confessed that his uncle was a Ligaroo. We'll come to that later.
No.
But I think, yeah.
The thing about it is, and I want you to get that sort of clear. We and I want to make differentiation now. There's the talk of evil spirit. We'll see about evil spirit, right? Mm. What I want to find out is a Ligaroo an evil spirit?
I don't know if everything should be branched into evil spirit. I think there is. It's
a violating spirit. That's what it is.
Right? So Ligaroo has not known to create any harm. So we have those folk characters. I don't know if you would put them into the category as being evil spirit, because an evil spirit is what you probably would call like a baku, a demon, those kind of things that is there to harm you, But
okay.
The Ligaroo just
but it's unwanted. It's an unwanted spirit.
Well, it is an unwanted force or presence, whatever it may be, but it just takes some blood.
Because those marks are ugly.
Alright, so guys, let me I do a scholar now, because scholar only pretending a scholar know about Ligaroo one thing. He know. He come out in Shantimel, so he must know.
Yes, and I have a question for him, because I was on Wall Street before the program starts, and a gentleman asked me to ask scholar specifically if he remembers the man they call Gwajan.
Yeah.
Where you?
Scholar, he fly. Where you see? So as I talk about Ligaroo, scholar fly. Wait, the man just fly.
We miss the ball of fire.
The man fly out of the program, No, but let me tell you, I've heard some stories. In fact, one person said to me, in Ladig, they were teaching a man to fly. Right? Yeah. They gave the man 3 pills. And they tell him, look, when you take the pill, you're going to start to leave the ground. But you cannot say anything about God. You can't say anything about God. So the man agreed, and he took the pills, and the man started to take height. But he got frightened, so he said, oh God! And he fell, and he broke his waist. Now, that is true, because if you go in Ladig now, you could find the man, and I know the man. I mean, I can't call his name, but I mean, that is true, and I'm sure I could get. If scholar asks Black Wizard, I'm sure know the man.
What are those Black Wizard anything for?
A man, they give him you fly out,
I hear what you say, but you see that the same thing that you must not call him in the mass. You go saying about the Ligaroo by meaning. I used to Ligaroo disrupt my connection. Ligaroo get modernized, you know. Ligaroo don't fly for blood again, you know.
We said enjoy the crew.
No, also.
What was his story?
A gentleman, I met him on Wall Street tonight, and he told me to ask you if you remember Guajan.
Yes. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Guajan, I never believed Guajan was any Ligaroo. That's the honest truth. Because Ligaroo can't be so bold. Guajan, we used to call Guajan Ligaroo. And Guajan is to answer.
What?
Right? So Guajan name was Ligaroo, you know. So you call Ligaroo and Guajan answer Ligaroo. You know? Jolly.
Let me tell you.
They said that Guajan was a Ligaroo. Guajan could tell you, and how they knew Guajan was a Ligaroo. Because Guajan in the morning, Guajan could describe for females how they lie down in the bed, what they had on them when they go and sleep, and all kind of thing. So they surmised really that it had to be that Guajan going inside the house. Sometimes all guess Guajan making and he hitting nail on right head. You never know.
No, but Scott,
that was a popular Ligaroo in Chantimel. Right? That's what they claim. Who knows?
But let me tell you, no, but I you have a Ligaroo in St. David. The Ligaroo used to always go in a lady house, but apparently the lady knew about Ligaroo. Right. So she used to always sleep with a black petticoat and a black underwear.
Right.
Because if the woman is wearing that, the Ligaroo can't do nothing. Can't move.
Okay.
And that Ligaroo, the man, when he couldn't take it again, he confront the lady and he say, "Madam, this kind of clothes that I'm wearing in night day, you have to stop with that." And the woman call him out. She say, "Yes, you Ligaroo, I would never stop." And the man keep the woman enemy for life. Never talk to her again. So how we know that? Guajan know when they're sleeping. That well, I can call her partner name. but that is
so that man you're talking about is still living?
I know that.
I used to hear my landlady used to be talking about this Ligaroo that come in and interfere with her every night. She can't sleep. And the thing about it is that she used to have a light in her room on all night. You know, and it seemed like she never used to sleep. But she used to be complaining. And there was a time she came downstairs and she said to me, "Reece, it's a Ligaroo that come and interfere." And she laughing about it, come and interfere with her night and day. And she telling me about how he pulling the parts of her clothes and stuff like that. And she said to me, "I will do for him. And if you don't hear anything, don't say anything. Don't talk, say nothing. Because if we talk, he go escape." But then she did tell me that she know who it is. He's a man from Boca. And already he's talking right now, so I don't want to.
Okay. The break coming up. So, Reece, let's just touch base with Facebook and see what happened there, and then we're going to go to the break.
All right. Well, first of all, most of you, all the audience, you know, good evening, you know, welcome to the program. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all just get people in the mood straight. So we have people just basically saying good evening. Anastasia, Margaret, Jose. Jose said that it's a very interesting topic and he has a lot to share. Christopher God, David Seals, you know, everybody just saying good evening for now. You know, and with that, yes, I want to say good evening to Rachel from St. David's. I met her outside my personal this week there, and yeah, I spent about a good hour more talking about OUI culture with her, and I just want to tell her thanks for listening.
All right, wonderful. So let's take our break now. When we come back, I have two other Ligaroo stories to give all you, two other Ligaroo truths to give all you, and then we go start to this because I want to find out from Scholar and Doc how people learn to make Ligaroo. So we go to the break and we'll be right back. Stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back.
Offers quality foods at affordable prices. Now, with our improved web store, you can make all your purchases from the comfort of your home. It's so simple, easy to log in and navigate. Safe and secure transactions and a quick checkout. All your grocery needs at your fingertips. Convenient and reliable. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and light. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Synatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Friendly faces, sweet exotic fruits, fresh veggies, and local spices. Just some of what you'd find when exploring our bustling Grenadian markets on Fridays and Saturdays. That is why GBN, Maggie, and Just School Media have teamed up with the Ministry of Works to bring you Maggie Market Vibes. Meet the people that feed us, clothe us, and keep the economy going. Plus, get your Maggie seasonings and other products weekly at the best prices. Maggie Market Vibes, live from markets across Grenada, Saturdays from 7 to 9 a.m. on GBN television and social media platforms. Maggie Market Vibes, your Saturdays are about to be turned up.
Greetings. This is Eugene Gattuso, and I'm inviting you to join me every Saturday morning from 10 to 12 on K105 starting March 20th as we bring you the brand new program Grenada's Music to the World. We'll be featuring music from all genres by Grenadian artists at home and abroad. If you're a Grenadian artist and would like to get your music featured on the program, please send it to grenadasmusictotheworld@gmail.com. Celebrating our own Saturday mornings 10 to 12 Classic Radio beginning March 20th. See you then.
There's no better way to start your day than with me on Good Morning Grenada. Good Morning Grenada is your one-stop shop. We have information, education, entertainment, your bi-weekly traffic cam, and we link up with the sister isles of Carriacou and PT Martinique. Join me every 6:35 on weekdays for Good Morning Grenada. It's your daily dose of all things Grenadian, mixed with just a little bit of crazy.
Good morning, good morning.
I said just a little bit of crazy.
I tell all of the things that take me.
Good Morning Grenada, 6:35 a.m. on weekdays, available on all GBN platforms. Start your morning off right.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance on the maypole.
Okay, welcome back, folks. It's We Culture, and we're talking about Ligaroo tonight. Finley gone and fly again? What happened, Jim? Alright, guys, so Alright. Well, we thought you wanted to fly again.
You introduce the man. Now we're
Come on, make a fly.
Well, find some.
You found hobby.
You fly on the house.
You found hobby.
But Godfrey, before we start speaking again, Reece spoke about some young lady that she said good night to. And it's about 4 weeks now I have to relay a message. They asked me to relay a message to Reece on the program. And I keep forgetting. Reece, I was told to tell you that in the fish market in Grenville, there is a 3-finger man. He tell me just how to tell you. Tell you that the 3-finger man love you like a money. You want to go to the fish market in Grenville and find out who is the 3-finger man? The 3-finger man will be reaching you by your knee position. I think she had doing. Tell you, he loves you like a money. You see, you are quickly becoming a
finger man trying to go now.
Know that. And the 3-finger man are more bankier than that.
Reece, you call again banking like you're crazy.
Yes.
Well, you could retire. You could retire. Anyway, guys, now with only legal we talk. How does? Oh, let me ask Scholar. I think Scholar know. How does someone become a legal?
Well, based on the folklore, Godfrey, I believe legal is a kind of course. Is a kind of spell. I don't believe that anybody purposefully wishes legal on themselves. I don't believe that. It's not like somebody goes out of their way to become a legal. You want study in some way. You have legal school or you go to university. You want study for that. I believe it's some course or some, and I could be wrong. I mean, that's what I believe, that there is something they throw on you. And Godfrey, one thing I realize, when you think about all the Ligaroo that people used to name, Ligaroo had a certain profile. And that's why, in a way, I kind of used to doubt this Ligaroo thing, because Ligaroo had a certain profile. Ligaroo is always a kind of old Japa kind of man. Ligaroo iron, Ligaroo drinking rum, Ligaroo poor. And based on the myth or the folklore, Ligaroo is supposed to help you to become upstanding. Not so? Because what is the use of Ligaroo and sucking blood and all of these things? So back to the question, I believe that Ligaroo is some kind of thing that they throw on you.
Well, let's look at it that way, Scholar. You ever see a mechanic with a nice car?
I never see a mechanic with a nice car.
You ever see a contractor with a big time house?
Nah, exactly. I never see a hairdresser with nice hair.
Exactly. So why you feel a Ligaroo go show off the wealth and all the good thing? It's always
you believe they have body to show you that?
Yeah, they want nobody know.
But I think I'm closer to Scholar line, eh? And Scholar, it only come to mind as you start, having a twist on it. Because I never really see a prosperous Ligaroo. No. Everybody we know, they usually wear the pants always seem to be just a little bit flooding.
Yes.
Sometimes the shirt don't even button properly. And from all the persons I think I know that Ligaroo they usually wear shirt more than what we call jerseys, etc. And I don't know what they never seem to get. I mean, not even there is this other figure that seem to play with women private part, but the Ligaroo seem to be more with just blood. And they don't seem to gain nothing. He's more like a mischief maker rather than, they don't really hurt you to see, hurt you badly, but they do prosper out of what they are doing. So he's more kind of like a mischief maker, I would say. just to have a little fun with you, you know, when somebody passes and they kind of tickle you. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't like it, and they go the way. And to me, that is the kind of role of the Ligaroo. But again, going back to Scholar kind of line, is like they seem to have a desire where they must get blood. They must get blood. They must come the night. Sometimes at the edge of a forest, you see the ball of fire in some lonely place, and then that is where they usually take off and the scene, and then they enter into that house. Another characteristic I think of the Ligaroo is that they have to be coming from the roof. They don't usually come through the door, come from the roof, maybe some opening in the roof. So that is one of the characteristics of the Ligaroo.
So Ligaroo is not a person.
Ligaroo passing any little crack in your house. And me and Scholar was talking earlier the week.
And no, it's different.
Open door? No.
Any little hole.
Ligaroo passing any little hole. You don't have to be in the front door.
Usually come through the roof. Any hole through the roof. Open door, come through the door.
No, any little hole in the house. It could be in the roof anyway. Any little hole you see, they're passing. Yeah, but let me tell you, I believe, I don't know about, yes, I agree that they have a certain kind of look, but I don't believe it's a curse. I believe there are people who want to be Ligaroo because they like it.
What would you gain by that? What is the benefit?
Well, you want to be a Ligaroo to find out. you want to be a Ligaroo to find out. They would not. Well, Ligaroo wouldn't come and tell you. A Ligaroo would never come and tell you, "Hey boy, I just fly." You know, they wouldn't tell you that, and they would not expose their business to you because Ligaroo always. There are some Ligaroo who don't mind, but there are some. When you call them Ligaroo, they just vex. They want to play dog in a big stone behind you. So Ligaroo, I go tell you that. They just keep it a secret. But I heard, let me tell you. Well, I heard a couple stories. Remember telling about the pills earlier. But someone also said to me that Ligaroo does use oil. They had two sets of oils they does use. They just rub down with one oil to make them take off. And when they get to where they're going, they use another oil to get inside the house. So that's why they could pass through any little hole. So you just change them. Right?
Right.
So that is another explanation as to how they make it Ligaroo. Also here that the Ligaroo, they try to take out the skin.
Livingston, hold on, Godfrey, hold on. Livingston say right for this oil thing?
No, I'm
telling you about explanations.
I don't know anything about the oil.
I hear Livingston say right?
I agree with that. You don't know that, Miss Scholar?
Hold on, I thought what you say right because Godfrey, I tell you want big sense from nonsense.
Hold on. Scholar, you have to stop that. You say Ligaroo. You was the one who first said Ligaroo not making sense. Now you telling me to tell you big sense from nonsense. But you have to stop that.
You have to stop that.
Only Scholar, you say Ligaroo not making sense. Don't you telling me talk sense from nonsense. That's fine.
Alright, explain that for me. Ligaroo, remember. Ligaroo is a ball. Ligaroo comes in the shape of a ball of fire.
Yes.
So it means therefore that Ligaroo rubbing down with the eye. They think they place out like a ball of fire, but they have an next eye waiting for where they reach. You want the Ligaroo blow up?
It's a man. Why you feel? Hold on. So if you asking me if I want the Ligaroo blow up, why you feel it's not the oil that causing them to blow up and turn the ball of fire?
Yeah, but you say they have a store oil.
Well, there are two sets of oil. That's what I hear. Listen, man, I tell you, that's what I hear. I gave you one explanation about 3 pills, then I tell you about the oil. Right?
Go ahead, next one.
No, yeah, next one. That's the 2 I know about. The oil and the pills. I hear Ligaroo just take out the skin. That is why if you put salt around your house, they have to count it because they can't, the salt does burn them. So they can't, that's why they just hold a Ligaroo. And I know you have a man in Mama Ken. And he is a former high-ranking man in the country. He catch a Ligaroo and he bring all the neighbors to see the Ligaroo, but they couldn't talk. And the Ligaroo, they making all kind of simili and shishwe and all kind of thing on the ground in front of the door there. Because he can't talk, he have to count all the salt and thing on the ground there until they decide to let the Ligaroo go. And mind you, when you see the Ligaroo, when you hold a Ligaroo, and if you start to beat the Ligaroo turn in all kind of different things for you, you know.
Godfrey, what I've heard about that, is it the open door that take off the skin or is it the Ligaroo?
No man, the Ligaroo.
Sukuya, that's the color skin.
The woman is a woman's color.
Yes, she has.
Matter of fact, there has been no, you know, I try to look to find out which male has ever indicated that they were that a Sukuya attacked them or came to them in the night, and I've never heard of any such story.
Nah, Sukuya just fly, man. Sukuya doesn't do anybody anything. They just fly. I never heard any Sukuya do anybody anything.
Any man claim that a Sukuya came to them. But I know, well, based on what I've heard is that the Ligaroo would go through, but I heard the open door might have to take off the skin before they go in. And in front of the door, you put the pail of salt, or the sand, or the rice, or the corn, a bucket of anything, and then they have to count it before they get in. One of the characteristics of the Ligaroo again is that when the Ligaroo come, when you wake up, the first person you see the next morning supposed to be that person that is Ligaroo. And usually when you call them out, that is when they usually get vexed. But our next characteristic of that Ligaroo is that they usually do not hold any quarrel usually. They don't stand up and cuss. They walk away from all situations. They always walk away when they are found. So I don't know about the one that they catch. And in Mama Can, I don't know if it's a Ligaroo or open door.
Well,
which one goes into your house upside down?
I know you. Open doors go upside down.
Open door tiny room. And doing all kind of mischief thing with ladies.
Open door is a sexual,
sexual fella.
Yeah. Perpetrator, sexual perpetrator.
We see I think we have quite a bit of comments on Facebook.
Yeah. We do have quite a lot. Jose is saying, I remember growing up, my grandparents used to talk about the Ligaroo, and I recall one morning she was saying that a Ligaroo sucked her, and she showed some red marks on her back, and there was an old man who villagers used to say, making Ligaroo, and in the morning he was the first person who passed and said good morning to my grandmother. My grandmother said to him, don't come calling me when you sucked me last night. He's saying interfere with her every night. She can't sleep. Hold on. Right. Sepu is saying all the stories I've heard about Ligaroos, they were male. It is only males that are accepted in that flight school. Bernard John, all praises be to Allah. I saw a woman hold a Ligaroo one morning when I used to go to the Grand School. When we reached Cafe Bow Hill, at the bottom of the hill in a house, the man was under the house begging the woman to let him go. They said she had a bucket of sand and he had to count all the sand in the bucket there. There were people from all about standing up looking at the man under the house begging the woman to let him go. Rosamond Jill says, so Livingston knows a few Ligaroos because he's describing them so well. Wendy Crawford, now there is a hill in Tobago called Ligaroo Hill. Legend has it that the hill got its name from the frequency with which Ligaroos arriving from Grenada landed on that hill. So it's like yes.
Ligaroo is a Grenada thing.
We have Ligaroo in Louisiana.
Ligaroo,
right through.
Everything in Trinidad is Grenada.
Ligaroo exists in all the French territory.
but what she's saying is that the hill got its name from the frequency at which Ligaroos from Grenada was arriving.
Let me tell you,
right.
but
when John said there was some men used to go for tricks, to always win in gambling. When things don't go right, they turn Ligaroo most times. They will say again, Ligaroo was known to be a person or old man in a village living and doing things by himself and looking scared in his face. Monica wants to know, Godfrey, which man in Mama Can? She wants to know. I guess she's from up there. But I was never afraid of any Ligaroo because I didn't believe that. Of course, you have the people who don't believe. Nomtoya was the Ligaroo my mom used to fight with all the time.
Nomtoya
so they called in any power.
We see.
Tell
Emma, I said, don't call Nomtoya, cousin Nomtoya, name. Cousin Nomtoya.
Emma, don't go there. Don't go there.
No, remember, cousin, hold on, Reece. Cousin Nomtoya was the man that coined the phrase, after 6, man done beast. Right? So don't call cousin Nomtoya.
Who was saying that? How come Godfrey knows so much about Ligaroo? Maybe he's trying to tell us something. We don't know, Scholar. We don't know. Scholar won't pay on us tonight. Margaret is saying Ligaroo in Carriacou also. Jackie's saying, oh boy, Ligaroo's still on the go. Yeah, so that's some of the Ligaroo stories that we're seeing here for now. But growing up in Guelph, there was a particular gentleman. I remember he was an entrepreneur, and he lived in the back street. I ain't calling which back street. But I tell you, those females and them, a lot of females in that neighborhood that just wanted to beat that man. Because they used to be getting up a lot of marks in funny places, real funny places. And they always used to say, is he that doing that? And the thing is, when they quarrel with him, he used to say nothing.
You don't say nothing.
Nothing you don't say.
I know, Livingston, you have a Ligaroo in Tivoli. Is that Asukuya?
Asukuya is a woman?
Yeah, the woman Ligaroo. Now, you're supposed to know that. Now, the Sukuya living across by the river. And at night, the Sukuya fly up in a homa. Make the rounds and 4 the morning, when the Sukuya going back. Now, the Sukuya had to circle the river. So when the Sukuya go out to circle the river, the wind kind of pick up. And the Sukuya fall in the water. So they get the Sukuya on the river bank the early morning. And they ask the Sukuya, well, what happened to you? The Sukuya say, me compass boss, man. Me compass boss. So, but and that true thing. You don't know that Ligaroo in Tivoli.
But if you make everybody feel Tivoli about the Liga when you won.
But Tivoli had Liga one, I'm proud. Tivoli had some Liga. Hold on.
Livingston, don't come with that. Because it is generally...
Livingston taking offense.
No, but Livingston not about that. Because it is generally accepted that Brizan is the Liga capital of the world.
Yeah.
Brizan, okay.
So,
Another Brizan, they start from Brizan, Happy Hill Molly, and in Grand Molly. They bad.
That's the code.
So come on, Ligaroo, a little Ligaroo, there's eat fowl and suck blood from fowl kind of thing too, you know. When they can get people, you know. Because you know Ligaroo in Tivoli, that you're going to fall once. And the fowl run until the fowl realize the Ligaroo go catch it. So the fowl take off, the fowl start to fly. The Ligaroo will say, hey, you bitch, you're flying, that is where I'm bad. The Ligaroo catch the fowl. But Scholar, don't shake your head for me. I tell you, that is a good thing. And then here
Monica wants you to tell them about Pamo. Who is Pamo?
Tell her don't call me great grand uncle name. There wasn't the man that used to make Ligaroo.
What? You want family in that?
So from the Facebook responses and so on, we realized two things. One, Godfrey come out in Ligaroo lineage. That is what I know about it. Godfrey have pause, Godfrey have great grand.
No, hold on. Listen to me.
Godfrey come out in Ligaroo lineage.
Hold on. Let me explain to you about my great grandfather. My great grandfather wasn't a Ligaroo, but my grandmother thought he was a Ligaroo because she went to visit him. And when they reached in front of the house, and he used to live down by the cemetery down there, they see I said that sparks of fire inside the house. So my grandmother started to bawl and say, she father flying. When they go inside the house, the poor man smoking the pipe, you know there is the juke in the pipe and the little sparks and then coming up, little fire. That's the poor old man doing, you know. And they said the man making Ligaroo. The man used to make Ligaroo.
If it's misleading, we didn't know better than that because that pipe cannot be in a fire.
Man, Palm wouldn't use to fly.
You're talking about is a man that used to buy rum but don't drink rum? Doesn't drink rum?
No, Palm, my great grandfather.
Okay, let me tell you something that happened recently. There are a lot of people actually, I said, believe. About a couple months ago, I was in the stadium and a very light-skinned lady came. And she was talking, and then she came by my area, and she said, "Come and see." And she, lifted up her clothes and started showing me marks by her legs, on her leg. And she said, actually, she named the area. I will refuse to say the area.
Oh, but you notice her folding me, honey.
Yes, and she started showing me those marks and said, well, Ligaroo soccer and how they look at JLSR, they can't get her because blah, blah, blah. So I went by, I would call that name now, I went by my good friend Ann Peters. And I say, well, Ann, as a farmer now, so how do you, explain that? And Ann gave me some explanation. I can't remember the exact, but maybe cramp, etc., something that is taking place, like a blood clot formation. So the following week, I went back by the lady and I explained that. She said, no. So I tell her that to study them. Ligaroo, I asked custom with that, it's really Ligaroo. So she had those marks, and I'm talking about that is recent time. So Scholar, even during the age, you're talking about age, that one is recent, so it means that people still practicing the art, eh? Second example, but
it's like
hold on, Livingston, hold on. So we
immune to repellent.
You guys hold a second. So we have to take the lotto break now. We must take it. Let's take it quickly, and we'll come right back. And the phone is going like crazy, so we have to entertain our listeners as well. So we go now to our break, and we'll be back in a moment.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Hello viewers and listeners, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw. It is Friday, March 26th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw is Miss Makiba Bain. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. A quick reminder as always, there are 4 different bet types in this particular game from which you can choose. They're called in line, mix, pair and backup. It pays to play Daily Pick 3. Let's see if you are a lucky one. Good luck to you. Here we go, so check your tickets. Our first number, 7, the second number, 9, the final number. The final number is 6. So just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 7, that's followed by 9, the final number is 6, 7, 9, and 6. Congratulations to you, of course, if you are a lucky winner. Stay with us, the Playway draw comes up next. We'll see you soon.
Tick, tock, 2, I win!
Feel like a big kid again when you play NLA's new scratch game, Tic-Tac-Toe. It's instant cash on the go. Reveal 3 extra
X's or 3 O's in the same row, column, or diagonally, and win the prizes shown, or as much as $5,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play. Tic-tac-toe, please.
Give me a tic-tac-toe, please.
Tic-tac-toe, please.
Hello once again. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Playway Evening Draw for today, Friday, March 26, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again is Miss Makiba Bean. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So in this game, you can bet from $1 up to $10, or you can bet in increments on any number or any dream symbol of your choice, and Bean with a chance to win 24 times the amount you bet. $24 for every $1 spent. Value your dreams and win your way with Playway. Let's see if you are a lucky one. Good luck to you. Okay, here we go. So check your tickets for tonight. That number is a 3. Once again, our Playway number for tonight is 3D number 3. That represents house. If you are a lucky winner, congratulations to you. Stay with us. The Daily Cash 4 is up next. We'll see you soon.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Okay, so we're back with you. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Cash 4 Evening Draw for today, Friday, March 26, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again, Miss Makiba Bean. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. In this game, you can choose any number from 0 to 9 in any of the 11 bet types offered. The tickets cost as little as $1 except backup. That costs $2. Small plays, bigger prizes. So let's play Daily Cash 4. Good luck to you. Right, so check your tickets. Our first number for tonight. That number is 2, the second number. 8, the next number. 8, the final number. 7. So, alright, just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 2, that's followed by 8. The third number is 8 as well, and the fourth and final number is 7. So that's 2, 8, 8, and 7. If you are a lucky winner, congratulations to you. Stay with us. The Lotto draw comes up at 9 o'clock. We'll see you real soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, everyone. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3193 for today, Friday, March 26th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw is Miss Makiba Bain. She's representing PKF accountants and business advisors. So we're playing for $108,000 tonight. But of course, before we select the 5 winning numbers, let's select our free ticket letter. So check your tickets. Our free ticket letter for tonight is A as in apple. Check to see if it matches that on your ticket. If it does, of course, you can claim your free ticket at your outlet of purchase. So we'll now select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $108,000. Good luck to you. So just to recap for your benefit, we'll start with the free ticket letter. That is A as in apple. And the 5 winning numbers for $108,000 are 909, 21, 21, 34, 34, 17, 17, and 24, 24. If you are tonight's lucky winner, congratulations to you. Continue supporting the National Lotteries Authority. Have a great night.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every quick 7s scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
The Food Fair offers quality foods at affordable prices. Now, with our improved web store, you can make all your purchases from the comfort of your home. It's so simple, easy to log in and navigate. Safe and secure transactions and a quick checkout. All your grocery needs at your fingertips. Convenient and reliable. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Welcome back, folks. Woo, the Ligaroos. Reece, let's go to Facebook. Then we need to go to our telephone.
Yes. Let's just run through it quickly. Jackie Williams is saying as a child growing up, Mr. Daniel was the biggest Ligaroo in Grenville. They even call it in the park. Then Claudine said Ligaroo is in River Sally St. Patrick's as well. Hannah is wondering about you. She's worried. She's wondering, Scholar, why you look so worried. Hannah said that Ligaroo could never look at you straight. They always watching wild. Emma, because with Godfrey, guys, because he come. Okay, Emma is saying that Godfrey comes from a Ligaroo family, the entire family. But John, Godfrey, first time I hear. for some sparks coming from a pipe, hot wood. Hot wood you put in a pipe is tobacco. The man was a Ligaroo. Right? He's saying that is not what you think, not what you're saying. Ligaroo. Right. Jose, well, Tivoli have everything Obia oiled on with titiri. No, Ligaroo. What else Tivoli doesn't have? That's Jose, okay? Emma, be careful with Godfrey, guys, because he comes, okay, she said that before. Jose said, whenever I come in Grenada, I am staying away from Tivoli. Too much going on there. David say, growing up, I heard a lot of stories about Ligaroo, but I believe it's just stories, as usual, to get children frightened. And last but not least, Bona John, what about door opener? They used to read a bad book and say some words, and the door will open. I think they were worse than Ligaroo. So that's it for Facebook. Let's get some calls.
Right, so let's go to the telephone, guys.
Suzanne.
Yes, let's go to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Mr. Godfrey, good evening.
Good evening.
All right, my thing is to Mr. Scholar. Mr. Scholar, you remember a man from where you live up there? They used to call him Mr. Flood. You know him?
Yes, I know for him.
Well, Flood was a Ligaroo.
From Shantymel.
From Shantymel.
Shantymel.
Yes.
Okay.
Flood was a Ligaroo from Shantymel and coming down on Western Hope every morning. He had some stone on the bus in the back. He used to pelt it at children because everybody from that area coming down used to call him Flood Ligaroo. But they used to always say Flood Makuku. And you know that, Mr. Scholar. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
You never believe, you know. I know of all the Ligaroo, but I never heard Flood was a Ligaroo.
Yeah?
Okay. Never, no.
You ever Ligaroo that living in Dabo? At night, but I know, what? I know the man good. The Ligaroo,
Godfrey,
what? He have a Ligaroo living in Dabo. The man go to fly at night. When the man take off and he coming down, he pass over Grand Lake. When he reach over the stadium, the wind fail. He fall in the river. The river out here, this loud thing. They say it's a vehicle that go down the river. When they go, my man, Ligaroo.
You know Ligaroo from
what is your membership?
Huh?
What is your membership?
Boy, that's a listen, the ILF is a covert organization. I can't tell you that. And right now, let me tell you something. We're looking at the possibility of getting into Ligaroo tourism, you know. Just now, when you see plane can fly there, you have to improvise.
Well, and Dr. Crawford say we have been into Ligaroo tourism for you.
Let's go.
Ligaroo to land in Tobago.
Let's go back.
So that's started already?
Let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back to the telephone. Let's go to the telephone. We Culture, good evening. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. To me, I think a Ligaroo is a devil thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because to me, Ligaroo are formed by when people go in Obia house. To me, that's how I find. And the lady who just call and say how to scare little children and things, that is also true.
Cora, you ever experienced a Ligaroo vibes?
No.
But you believe you have Ligaroo?
Pardon me?
Do you believe that there is Ligaroo?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't say no, you know, guys. She said no, she put in y'all out of business.
No, man. Ligaroo is high science, you know. If you ask my partner from Brisbane.
Somebody tell me, Livingston partner had a mixture that he used to concoct for Ligaroo sock, you know. Mr. Buckmeyer, the great Buckmeyer.
Yeah, they say, but no, they say he had the cure for Ligaroo bite you. If I would have Ligaroo suck you.
No,
it's true. Yeah.
Mr. Buckmeyer, I spoke to Mr. Buckmeyer today. Mr. Buckmeyer told me that he has concocted some concussion. On several different occasions for persons that were afflicted by Ligaroo. Ligarooism.
Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening.
Hello, good night.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Reece. You hot on the set tonight, girl. But what? This We Culture program, that is a real big people program, you know. That is number one COVID program you have in the whole world, you know. Everybody, them some days getting harassed. They said the program was supposed to be on a Friday night because they can't call. But what you going to do? They could break the Sabbath a little too, got to punish them for 1 hour. So, let me give you a little no joke in paradise now. Naris, well, he dead already. Naris come out and drinking rum. Naris going up, Naris said bad as what? A woman might come outside, she might come out to go and pee or what. See Naris, she said Naris making nigga. Next thing, they like everybody Naris making nigga. Hey Naris. Well, it was red. The color was red. He don't lie. Poor Naris, don't know about nigga, you know. The man go out there drinking rum going up, you know. Yeah, one on top the hill. They used to call Gabisha. Every time they see Gabisha, you making nigga out too much, yeah, Gabisha. I kill you last night, girl. You get it? So whether he making nigga or not, he making you feel, well, he do you something last night. So next time you see him, you ain't going to tell him not because he going to tell you, you whine, girl, you whine.
Susan, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I call it here.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Susan is actually saying is that a lot of people who they say legal just go with the flow.
They just go with the flow, yes. Yes.
You see me that legal, all right, fine.
Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, good night, Godfrey, and good night to your other host.
Yes, good night.
Yeah, the Ligaroo thing is a living phenomenon. Regardless whether people believe it scientific or unscientific, it's a living phenomenon. And I don't think it will go away for a long time to come. But what I would say that there are some people who suffered, unfortunately. There's a former teacher, Mr. Cardo, who told us about a situation that happened somewhere in the Grove area, I think, in the St. John's area, where this woman accused a man of sucking her, you know. And he was very innocent about it, and he took it personal, he took it seriously, and at least he committed suicide. So not everybody, a lot of people have been wrongly accused of being Ligaroo, and they didn't do anything to themselves, but there's a few who history might tell us that who took it seriously and took their life. So that is very ticklish in a way. It can be very, very detrimental to some people. But one thing you could notice about the many people that they call Ligaroo is that most of those people couldn't read and write. So I used to say, like, I had a very good friend. He was like an older brother to me and also to me like a father to me. And I was one of the few young fellas in my time to come forth, you know. I mean, the story, the issue of the Ligaroo on the West Coast, that is a very true thing that the conversation around it has some validity to it. So there was this guy, I don't kind of name for him, I know. He was originally from Marigot, no, not Marigot, no, but I think Concord Marigot. And he settled in Fontenoy. And everybody used to call him Ligaroo. Even I myself at one time, because following the allegation of people, until I decided no, and I became friends with him. And I used to say to him sometimes, when you are being accused of Ligaroo, you must tell them you go suck them in the head. Yeah? But the man couldn't read. I used to do his thing for himself, you know. I mean, for him, his writing and so on. He couldn't do anything, but yet they were being accused of being a Ligaroo. I find it strange. So if you had to read bad books or whatever it is to get the flight, then and you can't read, it tells something else. So, I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of the folklore, you know. I consider this as folklore. But it has some serious things to it too, in terms of, you know, some of the unfortunate experience people have had. There was one situation where, and I won't call him, where that same man was allegedly held by one of the neighbors one night, and the daughter might be listening now, sir. The daughter had to break the time, they say it was child ruins on the time, and he was begging to be let go. And the daughter said, well, Daddy, well, they go the man now. And so the man was, man allegedly get away. I mean, I'm not saying that actually happened. That is what was reported happened. Okay, so there's also a story around that, and I just thought I'll share my little bit of experience.
Thank you very much. Thank you much indeed, caller. All right, the number is 435-2041. That's the number you can call, and you can share with us your stories. We Culture, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, caller.
Yeah. Tracy. You
Can you speak a little louder, caller?
Yeah, Chrissy.
Hi.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Right, nice seeing you, man. You know who's speaking, but I mean, who know they would know, you know? You live on the western side, right? From the western side, so you know a lot about the Ligaroo team because you've been living around the Ligaroo, eh? But I don't want.
Tell me more.
I don't want you to make Ligaroo, so don't follow Scala and Doc and go and make Ligaroo.
I want to leave them to take all the Ligaroo stories. All of them on the northeastern side.
Okay, because I'm watching a Scholar there. I find like seeing a rating on Scholar Friday. I don't know if it's last night you get it, if it's tonight before you reach the station you get it, so be careful.
Just want to fly, it bumps into a tree.
Okay. But on a whole of it, you know, this Ligaroo thing, I believe in it for a lot of reasons because I remember they were saying that this lady used to have this problem. And the same thing with the sand, you know, they say she put the sand in a place, and then the morning when she got up, she knew the man was on top of the house. And she went, you know, around, she do all her work, she do everything first before she really look outside. But she knew the guy was on top there. Because she don't set up, she bag of sand and everything, and the guy stayed there. And then when she come out, you know, she saw him on top of the house, and she asked him to come down. And then, you know, they say 3 days after that, the man died. So, you know, this Ligaroo thing has been a thing for a while. So, I mean, people may take this thing as joke, but this is a reality. This is a serious thing. I've been around people who've been doing this nastiness, so I could tell you, I know it's real for true. I mean, I never get, you know, beaten by them, and I thank God I never get beaten by them. And I hope you, Chrissy, I hope you didn't get it there. So, don't follow Scholar and Sarge and let you get all them sock around your neck and your head as all Scholar high on there, so be careful. So have a good night, and it's a nice program. I love it. I enjoy it every weekend, every night. So continue the good works.
Thank you very much, caller.
But yeah, West Coast Ligaroo.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture. Good evening.
Hello, good night.
Could you turn the volume of the radio down, please? Caller. Turn down the volume of the radio and listen to us on your telephone.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Ligaroo for a real man. I work in that already in a place they call Brazil. Yeah, some mig up there. What tell you, the flying low, I witnessed that already. Serious speaking. Because I was a peer, right? And at night I was keeping duty up there. And I see this blaze of fire in the road. Keeping like that. The things, all different color. When I do something, I fire 2 shots. And when I fire 2 shots, I see no light again. And next morning, first person come in the station and Lazar report to that old man. That old man. So yeah, for real.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thanks a lot indeed. 435-2041. That's the number you can call. But you know, guys. Let me ask you. Let's take that call. We Culture. Good evening.
Godfrey.
Right.
There is Ligaroo, eh?
Okay.
You have
Ligaroo in Library?
Godfrey, you have tall Ligaroo and short Ligaroo. Them short Ligaroo flying faster than the tall one. Because, you listen to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
I came out and fish with some older men than me. Well, you know, Rukin is next to Belay. We was in Belay and we see two Ligaroo. One was in front, one was behind. You could see the short one was in front. And they have light like vehicle and trafficator light. So the one in front, he was to come down Belay because he didn't Rukin. And he indicates for the one in the back, he go down Belay. I see that. And also to hold them, Godfrey, you have to get a new mirror, a new scissors, and put it on the center table, center of your house with a bucket of sand. So as soon as Ligaroo come to suck, you know, and he bumps out the mirror, he say, what they put a mirror there? When he what now? He see his face in the mirror. So he feel now he's the other Ligaroo. He say, So other Ligaroo come here for me. And when he say that now, he get trapped by the mirror and the scissors. So whenever he go, he can't go. So you have to check every sand before you go. So daylight holding him. When he see daylight holding him, he say, oh God, mommy, I want to go. Daylight coming. Oh God, I want to go. But what happened now, the lady had bought a new pot the day. So when he see the pot, he say, mommy, I got shit in the new pot that you buy today. So you ain't able to cook tomorrow, please God. They want to say, oh God, no. So, oh God, no. Don't shit in my pot, please. He said, that's how you want Godfrey and Ligaroo go, you know.
Yeah, that's the time he got her pot.
All right. Thank you, caller. Yeah, they say you can't
using psychology.
You can't talk. If you talk, the Ligaroo disappear.
You know about the mirror?
Let's go back to the
First time I have a mirror.
I didn't know about the mirror. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, caller.
Yes, Ligaroo is real. It's true. Because I had experience with it already. I was living near to Brizan. And a lady told me what to do. And that man stayed outside. I told my children not to talk. That man stayed outside, and all the school children saw him there until after 9 o'clock in the morning. He could not have gone. And the same thing the man said about the mirror and the scissors, that happened.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you.
So Godfrey, you realize when I say that a good percentage of Grenadians actually believe in Ligaroo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they have Ligaroo with truth. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening. Hello. Caller, you need to turn down your volume of your radio and listen to us on your telephone. Hello.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Okay, this Ligaroo thing is real true. And most of the conversation I'm having is on the old time Ligaroo. You have some high-tech Ligaroo these days. I'm a victim of one. I'm having real problems with him. Sometimes after every 3 nights, you know, I sleep at night if I go into the gym and they're still taking it off, you know. Having real problems. I was one of the persons that work with Mr. Buckmeyer, and they beat that too. So it's a real problem. So I need somebody else now to give me a good head because I'm having problems every 3 nights. That is too much.
Yeah,
no matter what you do, they be saying it. You think there's 2 things people tell me try?
All right.
Okay, caller. Thank you very much. All the best. Well, I hope that
Godfrey things start to get sticky, man.
Yeah, I got to pull out the book, man. I got to pull out the book. Let me get the book, man. I feel the book might work here if I can.
Ligaroo can hide 10, man.
What do you mean?
No, we can take some Facebook comments.
Computer. Yes, let's take some Facebook comments.
Yeah, so Joan Wellington said, I find Godfrey should say cricks cracks. They're telling stories not true. Yeah, Bonnet said that there was a Ligaroo and he used to live up Janky. His name was Joe, and we used to see him taking off and landing in the night. We used to call him Joe the Ligaroo. No, Medea is asking, can someone please send me a picture of a Ligaroo so I know what to look out for?
Godfrey, great-grandfather. A photo of a great-grandfather.
No. You're Ligaroo in Subies. I mean, he used to live in this stretch. Well, I could call you there, Mr. Son. Yeah, Ligaroo. I know Mr. Son was a real Ligaroo. He used to fly up the stretch in Subies, up and down, from top to bottom.
So what are you doing that for? Exercise? Exercising?
Practicing your wings.
Anyway, but the year is not finished. She said she's asking, and how does one know that they have been touched by a Ligaroo? And what are the side effects? Is there a vaccine in the works? I need answers. What? She could check you. She could check you. Marlene is saying, growing up in Woburn, I remember our body used to have black mark on our skins when we get up in the morning, and our auntie would say it's Ligaroo that suck us, and she will get a calabash and cut it in half and put it on the doorstep to keep it away. But I don't believe in it. Well, Emmanuel is asking Medea to ask Godfrey. Emmanuel is also saying Ligaroo is some old dirty looking man who has no type of life and who did not know much.
Yep.
Well, I have a very interesting comment on the WhatsApp.
Hannah is saying yes, and he had we're talking about the guy in Ganki or Janky. Hold on. Hannah is saying, okay, let me go. Tronic, Tracker is saying Ligaroo, evil spirits using the mind and soul of people to enter people's houses. This thing is of the devil, but it is true. Jose is saying, I remember the feeling someone pressing on me in the form of holding me down, and all how I try to scream out, I can't, and making noise, but no one hearing me. And I think is when one eats late and the food is riding you. That is when that happens. Yeah. Medea is saying, guys, do Ligaroo give birth to other Ligaroos? Listen, okay. Let me finish. I think I might have Ligaroo in my blood. Any special features I can look for? I heard you're pretty excited today. No, Ricky Parry is saying, oh God, I was dead. Tall Ligaroo and short Ligaroo. So Scholar is a short Ligaroo and Godfrey is a tall one.
Guys, hold on. Listen,
I say you sleep with your clothes wrong side, but that might not work with these high-tech ones. So that's a remedy for the high-tech ones. Yeah, so that's it so far.
All right, let me. I have quite a few on the WhatsApp platform here. So someone is saying, Godfrey, as a child, I remembered one morning when I got up, my father was in the USA. There was blood in our goblet. My mother said. What your mother said? Yeah, my mother said that Ligaroo sucker. There was a man in the village that was accused of being a Ligaroo. Another caller said, good night guys, do you know when you hold a Ligaroo, they try to make you laugh, and if you laugh or talk, they disappear. Someone is saying, what is the other name for a Ligaroo, or is there a real name? Guajag, that's let's see. I had an encounter with one. I saw him coming through my louver one night, dressed in a certain outfit, but I fight him off. Bright and early next morning, the same man passing in front of my house, going back home, just how I saw him dressed the night. When he saw me, he said, morning soul. Somebody who never used to say hello to me. Ligaroo real, no doubt about it. Someone is saying, warning, Mr. Godfrey. So you don't know it's not good to talk about Ligaroo on Friday night? Well, I ain't going home tonight. I'm sleeping right here. Let me see. The Ligaroo and them right now bringing you outside your house because they're dealing with a higher science now. Someone else said Ligaroo dance on people like a madman. Alright. Why do people put the horseshoe over the front door? A new mirror, scissors, black pepper, sand, and a horseshoe. Like we have to invoke city side to deal with them. The skulls, you know about city side. But that's a different story. We go talk about them people who are raising dead and all kind of thing in the next program. So guys, let's get back to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Good evening, Godfrey. How are you?
Very good.
All right, I'm good too.
Could you turn the volume of your radio down? Listen to us on your phone.
Okay, let me do it down. Thank you. Right, Godfrey. Ligaroo is real. Is real. I remember growing up as a little girl, but every night that man piping my mother. Every night that man piping my mother. So I remember my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace. She take a horseshoe. We have seen horseshoe now. And she put a horseshoe is something like a U. If you turn it upside it down, it's like an N, but if you put it up, it's like a U. So she hang that horseshoe in front of the door. And my brother put some sand in a calabash. And when we wake up in the morning, first person we see in front of the door was the old little black man car with it. I remember seeing my brother getting that man some planners, and he drag, and then after the man leave and he go and he car away. And I tell you what is really, he kube in a blogger stool, and the man vomit up all the blood. The blood come up back like clot blood and thing. Ligaroo is real, I'm telling you. He had one that used to try that with me. He used to try it with me too, but one morning he brought some corn for me. And first person you see in the morning is them, eh? First person you don't see is them. So he bring the corn for me. But when you hear it coming after you, you just be heavy in your bed. You can't speak your jawbone and thing heavy. So when he bring the corn in the morning, I say, hello, you see you? And I use the obscene language to him. I say, you see you? Come out in front of me, though. Come out in front of me. What you're trying there, don't practice it. And you know the man never come back. Up to this day, the man ain't talking to me. Have a good night.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much indeed. All right. Reece, any more comments on Facebook?
Yes, we have a few. We have Jackie said, AP, please, my dad was never a Ligaroo.
Abai.
Yeah. Apai. Right. Who is Apai, by the way? You?
Yeah. Just read the comment.
I never knew. If it was you. Okay, so Jackie, oh boy, I'm a grown woman now, and as a child, I heard about Ligaroo. I myself used to put salt and sand in front of the front door at night to prevent them from coming into the house at night. Don't know what to believe this nonsense. Anastasia, you guys are cracking me up, laughing out loud. Jackie again, Medea, you live in Canada, there is no Ligaroo. Kim K. Lewis, Reece, what about the lady when you say mash dog? She bad for the name. A lot of his Mossy. They want me to call the name in Park now. Ricky, you must know about the Ligaroo in College Park. That one was a woman. Ricky, leave me out of that, please. Lad. Jose, there's a saying that the Ligaroo have to leave the house before sun comes up, or the person will expose them. Let's see again. Godfrey, what are you doing commenting here saying my son used to fly? That's you? Godfrey!
Not Mr. You have read the thing. Mr. Son.
Okay. Godfrey said my son used to
Not
fly.
my son, Mr. Yes,
Oh, Mr. Son. Oh, Mr. Son. Okay.
That's a response.
Right.
That's a response to somebody.
Okay. So Medea is saying so Ligaroo can't get visa, or maybe they could fly. They're probably cheaper than Leah. So it have Ligaroo in Brooklyn because my experience was in New York City. Ricky said, "Oh my God, I never knew folks believe in this Ligaroo thing. I thought people used to just fool around and give people bad name." Marilyn is also saying that Ligaroo is also called Laja Bliss.
Nah, Ligaroo and Laja Bliss. Laja Bliss is a different thing.
Ligaroo is not.
It's not Laja Bliss. Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture. Good evening.
Good night, Godfrey.
Good night. Go ahead.
How are you?
Very good.
Well, I can remember growing up in Fountain Oil, nice in a point. I used to go and sleep with a red woman, she from Pitty Martin or whatever. So at night I went and sleep with her. I was a little girl. So while I lie down on the bed and drop to sleep, I see a big fire coming through the house. So here I say, "Mama, look at Liga." We say, "Hush." And I hear she say something in Latin. And when she said that in Latin, I hear something for a long BFF right in front of the door. Next morning, we see the man, the Liga woman walking with a stick up and track. First thing he passing by Mama and Father. So Liga one. I can remember again my mother tell me how he had a supunia. He used to put his husband to sleep. And when he go and she take on his skin and she go and fly. So one night he do for he put any sleep in and he takes salt and pepper and rub down the skin and put it back below the matter. So when she come for the morning, she call him Skin. Skin is me. When skin comes, skin can go on and she did like a knit. They say the woman dead. So Ligaroo is too Godfrey. Thank you.
All right.
I think a lot of the parents trying to convince Godfrey, but it's not Godfrey they have to convince you. It's Scholar. Godfrey has the membership, he knows. That's
the ILF.
Exactly.
Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Yeah, good night, Godfrey.
Very good.
Well, I will tell you about a woman in Shanty Mills, called most know her. That was Tangi. Tangi. One time, Tangi, she used to drink rum and things, so she actually bottle of rum on the table. So now the night, the Ligaroo come. When he come, she says she tying the Ligaroo. Well, the Ligaroo in church, the Ligaroo they inside the house and Tangi, they so here Tangi now, the Ligaroo getting and they like taking the Ligaroo. He kicking up all about climbing partition. So he bought Tangi a fallen. She said, "Fall you fall, but take care of me bottle of on the table." The Ligaroo got away, you know.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, caller. Guys, I want us now at this point, because we're coming close to wrap up. Let us put this whole thing into perspective. And is there really Ligaroo? No, let me give you all an experience I had personally. There was a night I was coming from the village of Munich, and I was going to Mama Can. So there's a you when you
you're still thinking that person used to check in Munich and pass to the river and go down to Mama Can?
No.
Still doing that?
No, man, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
So when I came down the hill,
you seem to take the same route.
Cross the river, and coming up the hill to go to Mama Can, halfway in the hill, I saw this ball of fire in the sky. It just blew up, this big ball of fire. And I'm like, what's going on there? So I stopped for a moment. And in about 2 minutes, the same thing happened. So, your boy didn't stand up again to wait to see. I didn't need any convincing that he had a ball of fire, or 2 balls of fire in the sky.
You pull a muscle?
But that, man, in those days, your boy fit as a fiddle. So, but that
was the tall Ligaroo and the short Ligaroo.
Well, I don't know. But I determined, so the next day I went back to the area. And I was kind of, just curious. And lo and behold, it was a coal spit that bus. And the wind, with the wind high and everything like that the fire was, the coal spit was blazing. When coal spit bursts or the fire blazing. So I believe a lot of times people may have had similar experiences, and then the poor ILF getting blamed for it.
Well, Godfrey, that I think in your situation, you have a very valid explanation. What about the many persons that are talking about the ball of fire in area where it is unlikely that there would be a ball of fire in that place at that time? Without any scratch, without any other explanation.
But did any... Right, I understand that. But depending on where they are, did they ever check to see what caused it? No, I went back and look. I went back and checked. Yes. And I guess if I didn't go back, then I probably may have left with the idea that, yeah, Ligaroo. But I guess some people, they didn't go back. They didn't check. They didn't, think about it. They didn't wonder about it. So they just conclude.
Why you go back, I feel there was another reason why you go back.
No,
you go to see if something happened to one of your members. That is what happened. You go to see if something happened to one of your members.
I didn't a membership yet.
And next thing, if you look at it, the number of persons that can correlate, whether it's from the western side, from the south of the island, north of the island, that when they have that experience, the very next morning, they see that person that is suspect. That is one. Secondly, what about the deformation on the leg that are also similar? No, I hope, I wish that one can be explained medically. But the various information we get in from a lot of the callers, it seems so personal and so real that people are saying, yes, it is my personal experience. So I don't know. I am not here to say yay or nay, but I'm just saying, let us think broadly about where all this is coming from.
I mean, you see, and I go back to the question. Yes, I hear them. I mean, I'm not here to tell them it is not true, but my question is, some of these people and their experiences, I mean, did they ever investigate to try to probably determine whether something happened or something didn't happen? I mean, let me give you an example. For example, you hear people talk about, somebody give somebody a big foot. One in truth and in fact is that person may have been bitten by a mosquito and they came down with elephantiasis, which is, I mean, a medical condition. But if you don't check, then somebody give you a big foot. They put a hip in your yard, you mash it, and you get a big foot, they spoil you.
But I believe one of the things that a lot of persons that are, we call Ligaroo, are totally innocent. And I'm totally innocent. Have had no intention of being not part of anything like that, and they are wrongly accused. And so sometimes I think during the break when we were talking, I was very hesitant to call people names, not just because of the person that might be so aligned. Because now if you call somebody a Ligaroo or you see somebody did it, some people might laugh at it. But back in these days, it was serious business when you label somebody as such and the stain that goes with that person. Imagine somebody's a Ligaroo and you call somebody a Ligaroo, one night that person is passing and a group of guys think that it's a Ligaroo, that person is a Ligaroo, that person can be stoned to death. Innocently.
I think the thing here is when folklore and reality collides. Because I believe that this whole Ligaroo thing began as folklore. And the thing is that while Ligaroo might be unique to certain parts, like Grenada and maybe Tobago and Trinidad and whatever, but different cultures have this kind of thing. So you have the werewolf, this blood-sucking thing on them. I mean, werewolf and thing more bad than Ligaroo. Werewolf, Dracula, vampire, all these things and them killing you. But there are similarities between all those things. They operate in the dark. They can't operate. They can't take light. They change form and become unlike them. So usually, based on the myth and the folklore, is like these things and don't even know what they're doing. So now they get up in the morning, they realize they go and suck something, or they suck or they kill somebody, or whatever the case may be. So in all these civilizations, you have this kind of folklore with these blood-sucking night creatures and so on. It is when this folklore, now maybe you hear it and you hear it and you hear it, and then suddenly you start putting it into your own reality. Now, what I do not get though, because I could understand why everyone would have and describe the same kind of experience, right? The same thing about ball of fire and Ligaroo passing through a little hole, Ligaroo sucking, you see mark, and you have to spray things, salt and so on. Ligaroo have to pump salt. Heaven knows why Ligaroo always stand and this kind of thing. He had to be Ligaroo real stupid because people had said that once in a song. When they told him breeze and all that, Ligaroo is a high science. And so to have this kind of high science, and then you get yourself duped into pumping sand and all this kind of thing, really doesn't make sense. And then one of the things, I think one of the callers said, or somebody on Facebook, that Ligaroos, most of the people you heard were Ligaroo were not bright fellas. Really. Fellas that could not even read and sometimes can't even write. But they have this thing in them. Now this is not far-fetched, because you have a lot of bright man that can't read and write, but you can't beat them in something more.
That's right.
So it could very well be that though you can't read and write, but you had the Ligaroo science thing in you.
You would fly.
I think one of the things and one of the colors that had me tonight, and it was fundamental, was the caller who spoke of the fact that you have the high-tech Ligaroo still interfering with that to this day. And this one kind of had me, and I don't know. I mean, I am coming out from this, and I did not believe Livingston when Livingston said the majority, a huge proportion of Grenadians believe in that. I did not believe him. And I was just waiting. I was waiting to hear what the callers had to say. And lo and behold, Livingston is right. Most of the callers who called this tonight believe or have had some Ligaroo experience or something. And boy, you can't argue with people when people say they have experience. Not because you never experienced it, you can't say that they never experienced it. So probably I don't know. The jury for me, the jury is out on this one. And honestly, I don't know.
You want membership?
Well.
You want the membership now?
Recruitment start?
What do you want to do? Ligaroo have ID card?
Yeah, you have ID card.
No, what you are doing with ID card is
no, you have so when you are meeting, you have to show so you can just come. Suppose you come at
You can just fly in. You can just fly in.
No, you can just fly in just so. You can just fly in just so. You have to make sure you have to be legit. You can just fly.
So Godfrey, Ligaroo president.
I tell you about the ILAF, you asking me if you are president, you are secretary, or kind of thing. You are board floor members, you know. What is that floor members? We don't call them floor members. You call them
like
flyers.
Yes, you call them flyers or suckers.
Oh, let's go back on Facebook and then we go take a few calls and happen.
Yes, Anna is saying my mother used to put a broom across the door and turn down the chair in front of the door. That is to keep away Ligaroo. Jose is asking what about Carriacou? I heard there were plenty of there. Emma is saying laughter for food, great program. Jackie in Brooklyn, when I live in Canada, I never heard of Ligaroo. Hannah said I believe there was Ligaroo. Kim K is asking, does Ligaroo only live in Grenada? Asking for a stupid friend. Monica is saying Godfrey and Mama Can again, and I am keeping track of that. Jose is saying scholar the Ligaroo reached there before Godfrey, so Godfrey had to go back home. The fire was to tell Godfrey, I bit you to that one. So Godfrey, don't try that, and it's exactly what I was thinking, Jose.
Competition?
Yes. You went to see if he's one of your members. Hazel, can Ligaroo endure international or regional trips? Airfare costly, it might be good to join the ILF. But here I say, well, guys, on a serious note, the word Ligaroo comes from the French term Ligaroo, which means werewolf. Jackie, she's saying, Apai, Mr. Son is my dad. He's dead. And he was never a Ligaroo. And he was the only Mr. Son in Subies. So please clear the air. It's not my pack. Now, Danielle said, he said, a night fire just called me. Says he very upset people are questioning his existence. He wants Godfrey's address to pay him a visit tonight. And he said to him, night flyer. Although the curfew these days is a problem. Saying, I think the red marks on people's skin was from bed bugs, bites, and they blame old folks in the villages by calling them Ligaroo. Victoria, tell the person, check the doctor, she might be having blood clots. Jose is saying the opening of doors was from people who believe in Delawrence by reading what they call bad books. Marilyn is saying these spots on people's skins maybe could be bed bugs. Bed bugs, yeah. Bit them, yes, because back then people wouldn't clean their bed. Hygiene was a problem to all. Yulin is saying belly full tonight. Very good program. Kim K, awesome program tonight. Listen, they sign off on us already, you know, like the audience bedtime is 40th and you call out. I remember people telling us good night, sir.
Anyway, let's take two more calls here. We Culture, good evening. Hello. Caller, listen to us on your telephone, please. Turn your volume of your radio down.
Okay, hello, good night.
Good night, go ahead.
Okay, I'm giving you all a joke about two Ligaroo. They had a Ligaroo accident. They bounced tonight, so they started calling. Why you didn't watch when you're going?
Godfrey,
why you didn't go away watching? Then I have a next one. I drop a DJ in Happy Hill Saturday night, and we went to collect it the Sunday morning. So when we got there, they had a Ligaroo meeting. We live on Happy Hill. So they tell us we had to wait until the meeting over. We wait for maybe about 3 hours. When we find that was stupidness, so we went back and looked. Nobody inside. All of them fly out, and we don't know when they fly out.
All right, Cola, thank you very much.
What was he saying? What was the first joke? Because we didn't get it.
What was it? It was kind of a little, I wasn't hearing him very clear. But he spoke about some Ligaroo meeting they had. The first one, actually, there was a Ligaroo accident. They was flying and them two Ligaroo bunks. And then they had big confusion. They had confusion, so they decided who wrong and who wasn't which one on the side. Let's take a final call before we wrap. We Culture, good evening.
Yeah, Godfrey, good night again. I just want to commend Scholar the contribution. The remark that Scholar made towards the end there about, the thing pervade in various cultures in different forms. I want to concur with him. In fact, I wanted to say that earlier, and it would seem as though that human beings have that urge or that tendency to want to believe in the mysterious, and sometimes there's not a real dichotomy between the waking life and the sleeping part of our existence. So those things get bundled up. But it's insisted, and maybe this could be the source of even more inquiry. To what extent that sort of legacy affects our ability to be broad-minded or to be, to see how much that is affecting us in psychologically, and so it might be good to take on that. And indeed, again, unfortunately, most of the people that have been accused of that was really innocent. Maybe there were a few smart men who did this thing and we don't know. But the theory is out, as scholars say. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, caller. Guys, right?
Sabotage.
No. I don't know. Apparently, it sounds like something in the background of the caller. Guys, that's all the time we have this week. Next week we continue. Actually, guys, our next program will be on Thursday of next week, so we have to shift. Friday is a holiday. I think Good Friday, so we'd hold the program on Thursday night instead. So remember that, folks. Next week our program will be on Thursday night, not Friday. Friday is Good Friday. And then we're talking next week about Jack Giller and Laja Bless. So we continue the series in the supernatural, so to speak. So guys, let's start back with Reece. In closing.
Yeah, I just want to put in one comment here because a lot of places got touched. So anywhere else that didn't get touched and I see it, I'm going to mention it. Ivan Kador said, I had Ligaroo experience. Master D in Bellevue was a Ligaroo. I'm just saying. So yeah, everybody get touched tonight. Guys, I in my humble opinion, I believe that there's something behind this. I'm not clear on it. I don't know it. I don't practice it. But I think there's something about this that there's some kind of truth behind it. Because these marks in these funny places, I did not bounce myself, and a lot of people did not bounce themselves. They didn't get pressed on, whatever, so I don't understand how you ended up with these marks on them. And worst of all, they are painless. That is a mystery behind it. So, you won't catch me joining the IFL, but I do believe that Godfrey and his crew do exist. And I hope that they never come to interfere with me, because I tell you, I have like the dead ocean for them, you know. It's an ocean I have for all, you know. When you come to salt.
We counting salt like thing going good.
Like a lot, you know, a pillar of salt, you know, because all the comes in salt.
Doc, what are you saying?
Well, this is part of our mythology. This is what governs us. I think this exists not just in Grenada, but as far as Louisiana, through all the particular territories that are controlled by the French in particular. But it's part of our African mythology, Ligaroo. And as I think Scholar mentioned, the whole idea of this sucking blood or consuming of human blood is something that exists in probably every other culture. I am not here to say here or there to explain it. It is there, and we have to take it for what it is. And I think for us in We Culture, what we try to do is to bring it to you as is. If you expected at any time some persons would doubt and some would agree, I think we had a really nice show of that tonight. And hopefully you are as confused. You are as confused and unclear as whether it is real or unreal. And it's up to you, your own decision to get from it what you get from it. But we bring it to you as it is, as confusing as it is. So hopefully you accept it as we bring it.
Right. Scholars.
Godfrey, Livingston, Reece, Scholar, excellent program tonight. Once again, we're going down on that series, and as I expected, I anticipated that a long time ago, that this series is going to have so much interest, and we just start the whole superstition thing. So I expect that as we keep going down, we will be surprised at how much people believe those things. As Livingston would have correctly pointed out, hey man, this is We Culture. We are discussing culture. And unlike the unpopular caller last week, we ain't discussing no future thing. We're discussing past and how it is enveloped in our present construct, And if we're discussing culture has also to do with our belief systems, and it shows straight out from this program. Ligaroo is part of our culture because so many people believe this thing. I'm not here, as the doc said, whether to say whether yea or nay. What I can say with all surety, you see, tonight that Ligaroo from Boca, you there, you're wrong. You can't sleep tonight. Make sure you sleep in your black petticoat and your black underwear.
Thank you.
Because I think you're learning some things and you got some tips here tonight. And sprinkle your salt because you infuriate and you interfere with that Ligaroo from Boca.
I'm the only female here, so all you
are the only female here.
Let me start with Doc first. Doc, I ain't confused at all. I'm not confused at all. And Scholar, I would have to concur with our unpopular caller last night when he speak about future, because we had to think about the future of Ligaroo. I mean, we have to. You see, we had to think we must have.
No, man. The future of Ligaroo is in safe hands. You hear Ligaroo?
Well, no, but I mean, we must have a.
ILAF are taking place now.
We must have a strategic plan going forward. You see, you can't do things anyhow, especially when you operating covertly. You must have a strategic plan going forward. So by 2030, we should probably achieve a membership of X amount and all them kind of things. So I have to think about the future of the ILAF. You know what I mean?
You all also have to think about immunity, developing immunity to solve.
Well, you see, one of the things the ILAF is looking at is moving away from the what should I call it, the anatomical aspect of it, and let's look at some economics, because we're talking about Ligaroo tourism now, all this kind of thing. We have to try and fuse Ligarooism with agriculture. You understand? And we had to look to the future, guys. So
sustainable Ligaroo growth.
Nah, man, that's what I'm talking about. A sustainable
Ligaroo growth, man.
That's right. So we must have a strategic plan, to take things to the next level. So, guys, thank you all so very much. Like I said, next week we go look at the larger bless and the jacular. And that's another thing. We have to start. You see how they have things like CARICOM and CSME. We have to start to look at fusion. So we have to fuse the ILAF with the jacular and the larger bless and everything. So we're gonna have a strong association. So we're moving, guys. Good night, and I'll talk to you guys in the week. All the best. Thank you, callers, for all your calls, your contribution. Alright, folks, all the best. Have a good night, and we're back with you. Don't forget, next Thursday at 8 o'clock, We Culture. Do have a good night.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire.